Kyosho has just released the brand new Fazer D2, a legit rear-wheel drive RC drift car. And in this video, we're going to talk about what do we know about it so far. We've just seen some preliminary images, some information on the website. This is really exciting because Kyosho has been in the Fazer all-wheel drive car, touring car kind of category forever and ever and ever. This is their first proper rear-wheel drive car. First, looking at the chassis, what do we see? We see a plastic tub chassis. Battery, ESC motor is all on the rear, which is good. That's what we would like to see for weight distribution. But we don't really see any immediate red flags otherwise. I don't see a sideways motor orientation. I don't see a motor in the front or a battery in some kind of silly position. Everything kind of looks like it may work. It's not going to be like winning any new competitions anytime soon, but I think it'll do the thing. But of course, is it legitimate? We've seen another company come out with rear-wheel drive drift car and angle was miserable and stuff like that. So when we check this picture out, what we see, yes, good angle, adjustable Ackerman. So will we need to tune it straight out of the box? Maybe. There's a good chance that it'll still need some alignment tweaks and all that straight out of the box. But all of the things are there, angles there, what we need from a foundation is all there, which means this thing should drift. We will be able to make it do what we want it to do. When we move around to the rear of the car, what do we see? We see a rear ESC mount. That is good. We appreciate that being back there. Should be nice and convenient. We see a two-position adjustable motor mount. So you can kind of have a standard mid, and you can have what looks like really, really tall kind of center high motor mount. Looks like it's way up there. Can we reverse the transmission and make it rear motor? I don't know. We're going to have to get our hands on it and see if that's even possible. But looking at the rear, I'm seeing all this stuff that I would hope to see. And inside that rear end is a spool differential. Boo a little bit, spool differential. But my guess is that's just there for cost cutting, because they are immediately saying, but hey, if you want a gear diff, if you want a ball diff, they're going to make those available literally day one. And so the spool, I'm guessing, is just a play to keep total cost down. And that rear diff is fed by an idler gear style transmission. That is exactly kind of what I think we would want. It's kind of been proven to be almost best practice in the industry. What we're going to be really curious to see is that diff and is that idler gear transmission, is it the right dimensions to where something like a Rhino CLSD kind of diff can drop right in, Yokomo diff can drop right in? If so, that means they really did their homework, and our parts availability and swappability, mixability is going to be really high. And then we see something else that is really great, adjustable wheelbase. So look at that. You have multiple adjustment positions all the way up to the 274 millimeter wheelbase. This is really exciting because there's so many people who want different bodies, and there's some longer bodies out there. Some of the old Kyosho Fazer bodies themselves are going to be longer, like that 274, like some of the Red Cat lowrider bodies, some of that kind of stuff. They're all going to be those longer bodies. Now, if you get this chassis and you lengthen it out, you may have a lot more bodies to choose from. Yes, it has its own little proprietary body mounting system. That's fine, but we will be able to very quickly and easily be able to mount up whatever other bodies that we want. And as we try to fit those bodies, what we see is adjustable front and rear control arms. So you can adjust the width in of those rear control arms. Pretty common, you can do that on the fronts, but they're all adjustable, which means if you need to narrow the car up a little bit in track width in order to fit maybe like a 190 body, 190 millimeter wide body instead of a 200 millimeter wide body, you can. And attached to that chassis are shocks. And shocks in RC drifting are very, very, very important. How good are they? We don't really know yet. We see aluminum caps, whatever, that doesn't really matter that much. They're mostly plastic. I'm not seeing any threaded bodies on there where you can fine-tune preload. It looks like just a clip style system. Kind of boo. So I'm a little bit concerned about what we're going to really be able to do with these shocks. But as long as they move freely, as long as the spring rate's approximately right, we'll be in good shape. And then on that chassis is a bunch of electronics, but not as many as you may expect. So brushed ESC and motor, just normal kind of cheaper, ready to run stuff. Again, I'm guessing we're building to a price point. ESC says it's LiPo ready. You can just see on the picture, you can see where it has the little jumpers that jump over to LiPo. But yet they say nickel metal hydride battery recommended. I think that might just be old school Kyosho stuff kind of pulling through. I'm going to run a LiPo battery in this literally from the get. Servo is a basic 25 tooth. As I looked up the specs online, meh speed, meh power, like whatever. As long as the gyro and servo work well together to reduce, any kind of vibrations and gyro wobble, we'll be in really, really good shape, I think, with this servo. Speaking of the gyro, it is not going to kind of have one. Kind of has one, kind of doesn't have one. It's a 2-in-1 gyro and receiver unit. Okay, pro. Convenient, less parts to even worry about, and you're ready to run. But how good is it? How good is it? If it's bad, then you have to replace the receiver and a gyro, and it's going to get kind of complicated if it's bad. In the promo videos that have been out for it already, it looks okay. It doesn't, I'm not seeing a bunch of jerkiness in the steering. I'm not seeing a bunch of gyro wobble. So maybe it's going to be okay. And it says that the gyro controls steering and throttle. Not very excited about that. I'm not a very big fan of when the gyro tries to also control the throttle. Throttle control in rear-wheel drive drifting is super important. So we're going to have to test this and really see. This has the opportunity to be the Achilles heel of this whole car. And then with the gyro, how are we going to tune it? It shows a couple pictures of people poking buttons on it. But when you look at the controller, it's a basic Kyosho KT231P. Just basic Kyosho controller. It has all the normal trims and things like that you would expect on it. Does not have anything on there. It doesn't appear to control a gyro game. So we're going to have to manually be adjusting it on the gyro. I see some upgrades in this car's future. But moving to the outside of the car, oh man, it looks amazing. This literally may be the best looking RC drift body that is ever been made, ready to run. The realism, the detail that they included in it. Kyosho, really, really good job. As one of the viewers called out, it better have some stickers in the box so that you can put little tofu store stickers on it, because this is the initial D car. You better be able to put those stickers on the side of it. I hope that's in the box. But looking at that, notice those headlights from a ready to run, being able to manually pop up the headlights, but then them offering, you can add on a servo and light kit so that you can hit a switch and it opens and turns the lights on and then closes, turns them off. Yeah, with a detailed body like this, you're just gonna have to. Just plan on, you're going to buy this car, you're going to also buy the servo and the light kits and that kind of thing, because it's too detailed to not do that. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, when you're looking at this body, you see no body post or anything sticking through. They have some kind of hidden body post design, which I can't fully figure out exactly what they've done yet. So again, some viewers already sharing concern about well, can I fit other bodies on it? Yes, you will be able to. Yes, we will figure out what body mounts work with this thing, and you'll be able to put anything on it you want. Wheels and tires, we have no clue. We have no clue what these tires are. Kyosho's never made any before. They're not borrowing Yokomo's or MST, so we have no idea what this is, what the compound is. We're just going to have to test it. We're going to have to get out and see how good are the tires. But the truth is, we're going to change them anyway. On what ready-to-run drift car do we not immediately go to our track and then put on the track-specific tires anyway? So I expect that those tires will disappear quite quickly. The wheels, as I look at some of the pictures, it looks like there's almost a gap between the tire and the wheel a little bit. So we're going to have to see what's up with that. Make sure that Kyosho's not pulling some kind of really odd mounting system here. If they are, we're probably getting rid of the tires and the wheels and buying new ones. And I noticed in the video, took a screenshot of the video here, the wrinkles in the edge of the wheel. Very odd. It's like it got mangled or something. I don't know. Maybe it's from the video shoot. Who knows what's happening? We're gonna have to watch this as we get our cars in. That quality control, is it really good or not? Overall, super interested in this car. So interested in the fact that I've already placed my order. So A-Main Hobbies already has them out there. You can pre-order this car. I've already clicked the button. I've already given them my money. And I was really surprised. $239. Are you kidding me? That is absolutely staggering. This is going to be the potential to be the cheapest ready-to-run legit RC drift car, 10th scale, that you can get. And and it looks great. It looks the part. If this thing drives, it has a big deal, because think about it, $239. Yes, MST offers a brushed version of their ready-to-run, $299, so it's already $60 more expensive. Yokomo ready-to-run is $339, the Red Cat RDS $399, the Team Associated DC10 $429. This is going to be $239. Seriously, $2 $239. But overall, so how good is this car going to be? We just don't know yet. We can see the bones. Like there's some infrastructure and some bones there that say, will it drift? Yes, it's going to drift. Is it going to need some tuning out of the box? Is it going to need some tweaking and all that? We just don't know until we get our hands on it. So I've placed my pre-order. It's coming as soon as it can get here. You will know. I'll be putting out a video. I'll be doing reviews with it. I'll be testing it. I'll be taking it to the track. I'll be doing all that. So if you are interested in seeing more of that, click that subscribe button, click the notification button, but let me know now. I'm really curious. What are your thoughts from what you've seen, from what I just shared? Is this game changer in the RC drift community? Is it a meh, you don't care? What do you think? If are you interested in getting in and this is going to push you over the edge, or are you already a seasoned drifter and you could care less? You already have your fancy comp chassis and all that you've already built up. You don't need another under $300 ready to run. I'll be curious your thoughts. Let me know down below. And over here to your right, I will be creating a Kyosho Fazer D2 playlist. So anything that I end up doing with this car will be in that playlist. I hope to see you in one of those upcoming videos. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.